Alright, to list all available commands, enter. Okay, hello? Is it?
Are you good to start?
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
Yes. I need to refill my coffee. Hold on.
Ready?
Yes.
I think I see you fine.
Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
Let's bring it on.
Sure, my name is Andy Phelan, and I'm playing Evan in producing Juliet. I'm an actor in New York, and I've lived here for many, many years. And I'm pretty excited about this project.
Do you want to describe your character's relationship to Juliet?
Yeah, well, I mean, the most I could say about that is it's complicated. We're very, very close friends, and I think there's some mystery about where the history of that relationship and also the future of that relationship. I would say, right as it stands right now, we're best friends who may or may not have a little more to their relationship than that. But I'm as curious as you and everyone else to find out where that's headed.
Ah, okay. So Tina hasn't told you yet.
Well, we've talked about it, but I want to see it in print.
Okay.
I think most people are kind of the tone of this as a web series. I think is interesting because it's not like a 10-minute comedy, which is what a lot of web series turn out to be.
Right.
It's some drama and it's thought provoking, and there's a lot of curiosity. Like you want to see where these people are going. I think that's been the response I've heard is that this is a series with a different tone than other ones, which I think is kind of exciting. It has almost kind of like an HBO drama kind of feel to it, which awesome.
Yes. No. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh. Juliet's sort of set in the theater.
Yeah.
Is that a background that is unfamiliar to you, or your roots kind of like everyone else's in the theater, as I'm finding?
Actually, theater is my primary focus. I've been living in New York for a long time, and I've done a lot of plays around regionally and a lot in New York, off-Broadway and stuff. So yeah, camera stuff I've done, this and there of, but like I love that this is kind of blending the two together because theater's kind of an interesting world, and it's like ripe for a lot of drama. And Smash just happened, and that was a show about theater, but this is kind of not a show about musical theater, which is a little more interesting to me. Can I say that?
Yes, of course. I like it. I think one of the things that I'm loving about this is the sort of the language, because it almost feels it's like dramatic but on screen, so it's like the play of the and kind of akin it quite a lot to as if you're watching like Romeo and Juliet or something on screen, but it's still sort of, even in the non world the non-theater world, sort of like the scenes when they're in the park or at the apartment or whatever, they still have a very kind of stage quality, I find. I don't know.
Totally. Well, what's interesting about that is I really want to read that play that she's talking about. I think that's a major accomplishment of a script, is that, she's such an interesting thinker and speaker. Like, I'm completely invested in reading her play, too.
I was saying to Stacey earlier this week that, especially with those of you that I haven't met yet,
Yeah.
The ways that I'm kind of, I'm looking at the behind-the-scenes pictures that are coming to me and all the footage and so forth. And you can really tell. Well, I'm kind of looking. I was just like, and I said to Stacey, and I bet that Jenny Grace is probably your twinsy on set. So who was your set twinsy?
Interesting. Well, I only worked with her and Rachel really so far, and I know Stacey. I was just excited to see the whole episode, I think, as everybody else was. I don't know. I don't know if I have a twinsy yet, but I'm excited to meet more of this cast, because I think we'll definitely all get along pretty freaking well.
No, definitely. I mean, that I can definitely see that there's an awful lot of chemistry between you all.
Yeah.
Which, I think, given that there was quite a short lead-in time for things.
Yeah, it all happened really quickly.
Kind of quite remarkable and very fortuitous, I think.
Yeah. But that's theater, too, so capturing that and then putting that in the series is kind of exciting.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Just get thrown together and See what happens.
I think I was talking to Betty yesterday, and we were talking about the sort of the dynamics that actors in actors and actors especially in theater have, in that
Yeah.
you know there's all this sort of like everyone's sort of very tactile and sometimes
Yep.
overly tactile, and which can appear to be quite weird to sort of like non-theater folk. But then we also said, well, that might be half the problems,
Yeah.
half the trouble sometimes, because you don't know whether that's just the way that people are, or
Yeah.
whether they're genuinely kind of going somewhere with that.
Well, that's something what I like about the theater. Or working on a play, it's like you're thrown together and you have this instant family that you have to get along with.
Mm.
And you're, spending every day with this certain amount of people for maybe 2 or 3 months, and then it ends and you may never see them again, or you may. It kind of depends on what you want out of it. And I think as, you do projects along the way and you just pick up 1 or 2 people from every project that you're like, we're definitely going to stay in touch.
We're
Or
gonna
maybe
be
have a
framily,
relationship with them, or what's that?
like framily.
Yeah, completely. So you just pick up all these friends along the way, and then you keep running into them, and you go into the next project knowing some people better than others. I mean, maybe you'll have relationships with these people. Anything could happen, which I've never really seen a show about that before. So it could be interesting. Yeah.
This would be groundbreaking in that sense.
And not to mention, Evan isn't particularly involved in the theater aspect of it so far. I mean, he's more friends by way of Rachel or Juliet. So it's funny to be the character that's on the peripheral edge of the play. Down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but would you say that about Evan generally, do you think? As in a character on the periphery?
So far? So far. But I think that's what's exciting about it. I'm really excited to see where it goes. My dog here, he's kind of hanging out with me.
Oh, he's so cute! What's his name?
His name's Otho. Oh, look at there he goes. His name's Otho, and he's really cute.
Look at that fish.
Anyway.
Oh, you've got to get Tina to write him in.
He's a really good actor.